The single most important thing there is to addressing a problem is to addressing what you need to do. And that's why before I talk with you tonight about climate change, I'd like to share with you my mindset and actions. Do I want to make a difference about climate change? Yes, I want to make a difference. But does that mean that I am? Honestly, no, I'm not. I want to make a difference. I want to say that I'm making a difference. But if you look at my actions, it does not add up. Do I compost? No. Do I recycle? I try. Do I leave my back door open during winter or summer? Yes. I don't want my dog to pee on the rug. With me, and with most of us, there is a gap between desire and action. Last year, as the leader of Action Research for Community Change, a Tools for Change inspired program at my local high school, we've replicated a 2010 study on the public perceptions of climate change titled The Climate Change Generation, conducted by George Mason, Yale, and American universities. As we worked, I began to feel awkward. I was surrounded by students who dedicated their free time to environmental programs and even created a composting company. And there I was, feeling like the hypocritical enemy, the one who says he wants to make a difference, but whose actions can wholly be summed up by not composting and thinking that putting my used lunch tray in the recycling bin is helping out. Over the course of our study, I realized I was not unique in this gap between my desire to help and the actions I really take. Almost all of us actually want to make a difference, but mostly we just say we want to make a difference. It's much easier to pledge to consume less and then feel good when all we do is recycle that jug of milk. Our community-based study demonstrated that as the public awareness of the imminent effects of climate change has grown in the past decade, simultaneously so has a feeling of detachment. We know the problem. We just aren't fixing it. We found that 95% of those surveyed believed that humans could do something to reduce the impacts of climate change. But only 29.6 strongly agreed they were actively trying to reduce their carbon footprint. It's this gap that caught my attention. Clearly, nobody wants climate change to hurt the planet, but why are we unwilling or unable to stop it? To delve deeper into this, we spoke with a few of our community leaders who had direct experience in climate change initiatives. First, we interviewed Mr. Frank Schroeder. Mr. Schroeder is an environmental economist specializing in climate change and who worked as a former assistant to the Secretary General of the United Nations, Ban Ki-moon. He was a principal coordinator of the Paris Climate Accords, and he emphasized to us that the acceleration of climate change and the fear that leads to inaction is widespread across the world, and that in his experience, the most effective approach to public apathy is to encourage action through self-interest at the most basic level, our children. It was it was through the motivation, thinking about one's own children's future, that empowered people to feel good about what they were already doing and to commit to incremental increases in sustainable behaviors. Then we met with Mr. Scott Beal, an environmental educator and founder of Integral Vision Learning and Do Right Leadership Core. Do Right emphasizes the importance of youth involvement at a local level to address climate change. He emphasized the need to involve young people as grassroots leaders in their local communities to bring about the necessary behaviors that will help mitigate the climate crisis. In exploring climate change policies in our area, we saw that most initiatives took place at a local level. While local government presents the benefit of less influence from lobbyists, local governments are very susceptible to the interests, or disinterests, of the public. Even with proposals that sound good, such as plastic bag bans, there is inevitable consumer resentment. On March 1st, the state of New York banned single-use plastic bags. So when I went into Stu Leonard's a few weeks before, what were they selling? $24 single-use plastic bags, buy them while you can. Another danger of local government is that much of our community's outreach is directed towards people already involved. For example, my mother was a village trustee for 4 years, and what that taught me is that very few people actually care about local government and its initiatives, but the people that care are mostly the only ones listening. This means that as new initiatives are introduced, not everyone's aware of them, and there might even be a sizable chunk of the populace that does not even support them. Our goal here at TEDxRyeNeckHigh High School is to engage you, our local community, in a call for action. We are currently living in the midst of a pandemic. All of the stay-at-home orders around the world have had a profound effect on the environment. In New Delhi, India, people can see the stars at night. These changes should prove to us that if we take the actions now, we can actually see real changes. If we learn from this virus to limit the use of environmentally harmful activities, we can make the difference we have to. If in Delhi a few weeks of less traffic, less factories, and less diesel trains did, imagine what years of that will do to our planet. Today, we are here to pledge to do better for our planet. I pledge to do better. Will you join me?